Hello, everyone. Well, let's give it a couple seconds till everyone will join. As always, Zoom is giving us a little bit of delay. And it's been a minute since we've been hosting some types of the webinars. February is pretty intense. March will be more intense because a lot of things going on in the industry and a lot of events are coming. And I know for a fact next month, a lot of you guys are going probably to Prosper. I'm skipping Prosper this year. I did the same last year. The only events I'm going to, at least as planned, are Kevin King's Ecom Mastery in Nashville. And I am going to Seller Summit. That's two events that I think deserve attention. That's two events I think everyone's supposed to be go to. And that's where you can actually have some ROI. And that's what we'll be talking today about is ROI, how to find products and develop products that will bring you guaranteed ROI. Because as most of you are aware of what is happening on the market, I want to launch product, picking the product, choosing the product, launching, and hoping that everything will be okay. And then turning into certain directions where, oh, I didn't account on PPC, I didn't think about customer avatar. I was not thinking about pain points, how I'm going to sell it. And now I have to sell it at loss. Unfortunately, I can't also upsell my product because of certain reasons. Also, I completely forgot to ask my team to disable chat and being able to text only to hosts and panelists. So my team, can you please do it? Everyone, let me know, how do you feel about the webinar today? What are you planning to learn? And we will be focused on two primary parts. So first, we're going through advanced fundamentals, how to find product with AI. And the second part will be very practical. So I'll walk you through the practical part. So I will share with you the workload. We will be using ChatGPT, we'll be using Smart Scout, and we'll be using Data Dive. So when it comes to Data Dive and Smart Scout, we'll be sharing links a couple times during the workshop today. I am encouraging everyone to sign up for a free trial because it's free. It's downproof free, right? So the link number one goes about Data Dive. I promise that I'm not going to share that link with anyone publicly except the webinar because that's their requirement. That's why those of you that signed up from the WhatsApp chat, you saw that they said I can't share it by email, I cannot share it on the WhatsApp chat and anywhere else. So that's the link number one. And the link number two goes to you about the Smart Scout. I can share that link in the WhatsApp. If you will forget to sign up today during the webinar, I will be able to reshare that one. And I think Mike already shared on WhatsApp group as well. And that one is first time in forever. They are giving you guys access during the free trial to share of voice. And that will be part that I will explain you today during the webinar how you're supposed to be using and how it will help you to make a decision about certain products you are planning to sell on Amazon or you are not planning to sell on Amazon. So just keep that in mind. And the simplest way is just to go and sign up during the session and keep using it for, I believe, Data Dive will give you 7 days free trial and Smart Scout will give you 14 days free trial, which is really, really crazy. Okay, if everyone is ready to start, say yes in the chat. You know, I always like your feedback. I need you guys to talk to me. I am appealing to everybody and you're appealing to me. We're not talking to each other. That's why chat is disabled to everyone. So you can chat only to hosts and panelists and everyone. And I will be providing the feedback. If you guys will, when you will have questions, please drop them in the Q&As right here, and I will answer all the questions at the end of the webinar. So are you guys ready? AF, Ahmad, Ali Raza, Alan, another Alan, Amjad, Balaz, Banu, Belinda, Charles, Diana, hello. Eddie, Farts, and like others. We have a lot of people today. Yvette, hello. Tal, I feel like a lot of people been here and with Reach Momentum for a very, very long time. Sean Elias, Data Dive. You can hype up people to sign up to the Data Dive, to the free trial today. Ray, hello. Roll. Win, Max. Hey guys. Okay, always ready for an updated refresher. Hi Isabella. Hi. Okay, great. So I'm sharing the screen again. It will be two parts of the webinar. First is going to be fundamentals, advanced fundamentals, and the second one will be practical. So why we are focusing on ROI? Because the more we are going with Amazon journey, the more we're facing profitability, because there's always something on the way. So we have to go after ROI first before we will spend any money on inventory. And as you know, most Amazon sellers, they fail because they work too little and they're rushing or postponing their launches in general. So this is your money model. 54% of small businesses, they break even or lose money on Amazon. 80% Amazon sellers never launch their second product. They just die, or they just keep milking one product thinking that it will be forever. And storage fees and PPC, as we know, are killing margins faster, plus the tariffs. So the only numbers that actually matter is, and here's something I want you to pay attention to. Those of you that are seasonal sellers and you guys selling for a while, you know that 180 days gross profit, this is where you're actually looking at the margins. You can't be based on like, oh, this month I was break even, or last month I had a little bit of loss, because a lot of products, especially at launch, they fluctuate sales. So you have to look at the certain period of time on what is happening with your product. So you have to look at the true cost of acquisition, CAC, that's the abbreviation, because sometimes we're looking at the product with the perspective like, oh, this product has 35% margin, let's go. But then we're not accounting at the amount of money that will cost us to acquire this specific customer. And it's a different story for selling consumables or supplements, because we acquire a customer pretty much once, especially if we've been able to capture their email or their phone number, and then we just continue selling this person. We can have 150% or 200 costs on this customer, but given that average lifetime LTV of this customer 8 to 6 months, but if they are really liking the product, they can use it for 2 years or more, then it really doesn't matter if you're paying 200% to acquire the customer on day one, because you will get this money back long term, so you don't have to continue investing into this customer. But if you have one-time purchase product, this is where this number really matters. So we have to really pay attention to that one. Then supply to demand ratio, the numbers that a lot of people don't pay attention to, because sometimes we believe that the market is oversaturated because there are certain big brands. And literally last week we delivered one of the last products we've been delivering to the customers for the Done For You services. And the demand for the product was, I think, over 3 million searches a year for the specific keyword that qualifies the value and the actual proposition of the product. But on the opposite side, the amount of products that are listed on Amazon are only, I think, 35, which is like, yes, are there big sellers? 100%. Is demand complementing the supply? Literally not, because there is not enough of supply to satisfy everybody. So that was the kind of green light to try this market, because even when certain products, and this is something important, I want you guys to probably take a note about it. If certain products are being searched, brand name plus the keyword, for example, vitamin C by, oh my God, I forgot all the brand names. Whatever, brand name. And this product is being purchased only 15 or to 20% for this specific keyword. Other 75 or 85% of the product of the audience are purchasing other brands, even they did their initial search with the brand name. So searching product with the brand name doesn't mean people will buy it. So pay attention to this stuff as well. And of course, margin after worst case scenario, that's what we have to look at. So the ROI first framework, that's what we'll be talking today about, is Smart Scout. You guys with Smart Scout, you're looking at ad spend, visibility, a share of voice. Share of voice typically goes only in their enterprise plan. In the in the trial that I was able to negotiate for you guys, and Mike was able to approve it with Smart Scout, you are getting it for free for 2 weeks. Please take an advantage of it, because enterprise plan is 25, I believe, 100 a month. So it's a lot. So you're getting it for free for 14 days. Now, Amazon Product Opportunity Explorer, that we'll be looking at it. I already have one product pulled up for you. To make it faster, we'll be looking at the actual competition count, and we'll see how where you can look at the numbers. Data dive, we're looking at the keyword validation. I don't think I will be diving a lot into data dive today, but I will probably touch base a little bit. Voc AI, I'm not planning to work with today, but this is where you're doing the pain point extraction, as most of you already know about it. So what best sellers are doing, they're picking products by trend, then they launch and they pay. They pray and pray and pray, and the pray sometimes is not coming through, right? So sellers that are actually engineering, they're filtering by ROI speed, they're stress testing products and the worst case scenarios, they validate demands, and they launch in mathematically. Yes, sometimes to do the numbers, it's a very heavy lifting, and we don't want to do it, but that's what we have to be doing, because we're living in an era of very high risk, high potential, especially if you're guys doing e-com and you're doing Amazon. So before you touch AI, here's something important. If you want, you can do screenshots. If you really want to, I can share this presentation after in WhatsApp chat. If you guys don't have access to WhatsApp chat, drop in the chat, and my team will give you the access, so you can sign up and you can join. It's a free questions can be asked publicly. I'm answering pretty much every single one of them, or members are helping each other. There is no self-promotion. People are being kicked out, and BS free, of course. So you have to be asking yourself certain questions, which are, what product should I sell, right? And then it comes with a lot of the territory. So an AI will be strong with suggestions only if you feed the AI with the proper answers. So first you have to ask yourself, and here will be a lot of information. I want you guys to just literally simply do the screenshots. Who are you as a seller? So you have to identify yourself. Are you a new seller, which means you're dumb, or your existing seller, right? And if you're existing seller, so then you're paying attention and you're feeding the eye with, like, do I stay with my niche? Or am I open to expand? Do you want to strengthen, make your catalog stronger? My foreigner tongue is not working today. Do you want to increase your AOV? Are you planning to build your recurrent revenue? Or do you want to diversify the risk? So, right, so you kind of have to frame AI and prompt where you are at and what are you looking for. So we're not starting like, hey, suggest me products to sell on Amazon. This stuff AI cannot answer for you, but AI can help you to narrow down your search. Then the capital and risk frame, this is where product research without budget and clarity is like just complete fantasy. So you have to ask yourself, are you planning to do any molds? Electronics, yes or no? Fragile materials, yes or no? Certification, yes or no? Which I don't know why a lot of people are scared of it. I'm not. I think it's actually great when you're entering this type of the niches. It's just making your launch a little bit longer. Then what price range you're supposed to be targeting? Are you willing to take complexity for the stronger mode, right? How much operational complexity can you handle? And then on a step 3, this is where you're actually looking for at, do I want obvious trending products or something overlooked, not obvious opportunities and underserved markets? So and a little bit on a side note, why I personally was successful with a lot of businesses, not just Amazon, is because I was purposely choosing saturated niches with underserved markets. I was always there. So, like, for example, back in Russia, when I started my first interior design studio, I was looking at the market that could not afford interior design at the regular pricing because everyone wanted to sell something luxury, like $150 per designing of the square meter, which is like, even in the year of 2000, I believe, too, that's when I launched it, it was a lot, right? So I was able to create an offer, being a little child at the time, where I had 40 to 60 contracts a month because people were underserved and no one wanted to work with them. So same thing comes here. And it doesn't mean you have to go and work with the cheap market. Most of the underserved markets are actually the opposite on Amazon and e-commerce, because sellers are trying to sell something cheap. They are not trying to sell something more expensive on Amazon. And this is where you're coming into play, and you are planning your products and your launch and your development smarter, because you can sell something more expensive, if it does make sense. So, and again, you're going underserved markets. So if there is any real customization leverage, so this is where you're able to go into the more expensive markets. For example, like, of course, we're not going under to just changing colors or logos. We're going into the structural improvements of the product, functional upgrade, usability enhancement, and solving recurrent review complaints, right? Because if you're selling something that your customers want to purchase, not have to purchase because there is nothing else, you are defaulting them to the positive experience. And then it's already up to you how you're planning to gather that review. So step number 5 is what I was just mentioning. If this market underserved, right? So is there any demographic that is being ignored? Is there any specific use case underbuilt? Is demand stable year round? Or maybe there's certain demand that is being higher for the specific feature during the specific season, right? Is there life segment underserved, like lifestyle segment underserved? So you have to be looking at those gaps when you're doing the product research in the first place. And it doesn't take months or days. It really takes hours, because AI is in your possession. So you don't have to go and search through the whole internet. So can I raise the price? That's critical, because we all want margins. Most of the sellers, they're chasing down sales velocity. We have to chase down margins. And you may agree with me, you might disagree with me, but at the end of the day, you want to keep money in a pocket. And if you have an opportunity to sell the product that will make you 1,000 units in sales per week, but you will keep in the pocket, after all, $1,000 a month, it doesn't make any sense, because you might probably launch a product with the same effort that you'll be selling 400 units a month and keep in a pocket $12,000 or $15,000. So manage expectations. Sometimes your product will be selling lower amount of units. You might be selling only 10 units a day, but you will keep more money in the pocket. So work with these things. So if you can't position this product at 20-40% with a higher potential market price, try to skip it, unless there is a huge opportunity, like no one else is selling, there is huge demand, and like really market doesn't have a product. So step 7, this is where you guys can expand your architecture, and you can build ecosystems. I was talking about ecosystems I believe 6 or 7 months ago. The webinar is somewhere. If you ever purchased it, that's probably in your library. But can you expand it to the variations, bundles? Can you do complementary SKUs? Can you do multi-packs? Can you do the refill models? Can you cross-sell opportunities? For example, you are selling kids' shoe shelf, right? And for this kids' shoe shelf, you can cross-sell the cubbies for dirty socks, for the clothes that mom's supposed to prepare for the next day or something like that. So it's like products that can be complementary, being sold as a bundle, and you can always upsell the same customer avatar and acquire this customer cheaper. Then step 8 is defensibility. So is this product is easy to copy? Can you file the design patent and 5% of the tweak in the design will not kill it, right? Can the packaging elevate the perception? Remember, when you've been in my previous webinars, we've been talking about gift packaging. If you're just adding a red bow on your product, it will increase your sales by insane amount. Can your niche loyalty defend it? Right? Can you build authority around it? So there is a lot of questions that you have to be asking yourself before you will launch into the actual product research, before you'll start it. So what kills the product? Like tariffs, high PPC, patents risk, high return rate, oversized shipping, oversaturation, trend dependency. And again, if it's an oversized product, it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means, do we have to account on this one, but we'll be shipping this product and selling this product on Amazon? So those are things that we have to consider. So after all this, we are creating prompt, and this is where we're going into more practical stuff that I was promising you in the beginning of the webinar. So, but before we jump into that, I had to cover certain moments to remind everybody where we're at with fundamentals. So we have to understand that we're not guessing with AI, we're engineering with AI. And behind AI, there is always a person. One day, we will have tons of agents that will think exactly like us, but this day is not today. AI is still supposed to be trained and led by smart people. And again, as we discussed in the past, AI is a very dangerous weapon. It's very bad for dumb people, and it's great for smart people because people don't want to read. You probably saw these people that are sending you ChatGPT messages and you're like, are you an idiot? Did you even read what you sent me? Like, people believe that AI can do the work for them and they're not even proofreading and checking and double checking, and then they're being trapped by AI power, right? So master product discovery prompt, this is how that works. So based on the saturated strategic inputs that we've been just talking about, once you answer all these questions, this is how your prompt's supposed to look like. You can copy paste it, you can screenshot it. I'm not going to read it for you, but it's based on the questions we just discussed. So then there is an advanced version for the same thing for the person that is already at the operator level. You can improve it. It's the fundamental basic. It doesn't mean it's perfect. You still have to tweak and make it stronger for yourself and for what you're looking at. So there is a validation prompt. For example, for the product idea that you just found, identify realistic customer pain points, suggest structural improvements that increase perceived value, analyze whether premium pricing is defensible, outline 3 to 5 SKU expansion roadmap, list 5 real failure risks for launching this on Amazon in 2026. I misspelled here, sorry. Estimate margin viability, assuming 30% cost of goods and realistic PPC. So now I'm going to full ChatGPT process, which I already pulled up for you here, but if you guys will have the presentation, you will have access to that. Come on, load it. Anyway, I already pulled it up. It's right here. So here is a prompt that is based on on this one. I just included here that I have a budget of $30,000 and I'm looking at the product $49 to $59 to launch. And I said I want the justification of the margin of 20 to 40%. And I didn't even ask for any extra versions because I wanted to show you how it works from scratch without any complicated saturation and reiterations. So professional grade gardeners harvest apron with model tool system. That was the first suggestion of the product, and ChatGPT identify the opportunity and justifying why this product can be premium, how I'm supposed to be selling it, and 3.5 SKU expansion for myself, like version for florists, for smaller lightweight versions, waterproof greenhouse edition, matching garden kneeling pad, tool roll system add-ons. Why not? It's something where we can start thinking about the product. Then another one was a heavy-duty board game storage and travel case for hobby gamers. Then another one was professional do grooming dyeing wrap system. Have no idea what it is, didn't explore this product at all. Then another one was professional level portable craft blocking board for knitters. Didn't explore that product as well, ever. And then you can ask, again, ChatGPT, or if you're using Gemini, it really doesn't matter, or Poe, to provide you several options. So what I did, I literally copied the title of the product. And first thing I am doing, I'm not going on Amazon. I am going into Google. I am dropping the title of the product ChatGPT recommended. And I'm looking if there is anyone that is selling the product at the recommended pricing that I requested, which is $49 to $59. Because as we know, people tend to sell cheap stuff because it's easier to sell, but it doesn't mean it will make us money. And I'm seeing that William Sonoma is selling $59. Great. There is someone is selling it on Etsy at $43, which is completely different apron in general. Some of them are $20, $36, $39. So there is a pricing structure that I definitely can win. $44 somewhere here. I'm like, okay, and here's, I believe, something $78 on Temu. The most expensive, guys, is on Temu. Okay, great. So now I'm going to Amazon. So I justified pricing for myself. You can always look at the sponsored products. Don't forget to scroll on Google, because this is where you will be able to see D2C sellers, right? And now I'm jumping into Amazon with the exactly same title, because I want to see what will be popping up. And the pricing is actually pretty sweet. So I have $39. I have another $39. I think it's the same. I'm having $34, $24, and the sales are pretty sweet. So it's $100, it's $400. It's the same seller for another $100. So I do have a good amount of sellers that are selling at a good pricing. My dogs are always excited when I'm doing webinars. Why not? So I don't know if you hear them on the background, but they're barking. So what I am doing right now, I want to go to Amazon first. So my first step will be, is this product actually feasible to sell? Because what if it's too oversaturated? And while I'm going on Amazon, I'm also launching, and I didn't launch it yet because I wanted to do everything live. I'm launching Data Dive to be able to see what kind of opportunities are actually winning the market. So in Product Opportunity Explorer, I put just garden apron, which is the keyword that people are searching for, but Amazon identified the keyword as gardening apron. So it's a pretty good amount of searches per year. The aggregate is almost 500,000. And we have only 43 top click products. Top click products, it does not mean it's all listed products. It's actually products that people are interested in. But what I am doing, number one, my first step, if I will launch this product, how many more others would be happy to launch this product at the same time? So I'm going into the insights, and I'm looking at the new product launch count as of today for the past 360. And I see zero. And then 360 days ago for the past year, also zero. And like, so successful launch is also zero because no one was launching, which means why not? So if no one launched anything better that's been on the market for the past several years, given the consistency of the market with this specific demand, why would I not go and explore this product and look at the opportunity? Maybe even Amazon will recommend me to sell something at the premium pricing. So high-level success factors. Multi-pocket designs will harvest pouches, waterproof materials, and cross-back adjustable straps dominate successful listings. So Amazon immediately tells us what market is missing because of what Amazon is doing. Amazon is gathering information based on Rufus and based on Cosmo that is chasing down your customer avatar to present your potential customer the product that you are selling to them, right? So positioning opportunity, gift focused messaging for gardeners, particularly targeting Mother's Days and gardening enthusiasts. So you don't even have to think a lot in the very beginning. What you will have to think here is how I will be able to sell this product not on a Mother's Day, because it's another 364/5 days a year. This is where I have to think extra how I'm going to sell this product. But at the same time, my search volume is pretty consistent. So the drop is happening in September, but then it's going up in Q4, a little bit lower during the January, but back in February, doing phenomenal during summertime, and then dropping a little bit. Actually, it's not the summertime, it's Mother's Day's time, I think. Yeah, it's a Mother's Day's time and then summer, and dropping a little bit towards the fall. But generally speaking, it's very, very consistent. And the conversion rate, if you will look at it, like at the purple one, at the purple dots, conversion rate is not that sweet because it means people are searching and not buying because they can't find something that they want. This is where you can step in and actually offer products that your customers would want to purchase as long as all this opportunity financially makes sense, right? So, and this is where you will be looking at the search conversion, right? At the products that people are purchasing, because, and if you will look here, like, oh, okay, so there are certain products that are being purchased at 2% conversion rate. And then you're like, well, that probably market, it tells me that market is more satisfied than not. But look how many products people are actually purchasing. It's only 1, 2, and 3, and they repeat each other. And if we'll go on the right side, 4, 5. So 4.5 products are being purchased out of 43 click products. So now you can gather these 5 products, 4.5, 5 products together, and make a way better version out of these 4.5 products that you will be able to sell on Amazon, and you'll be able to sell it at the probably higher price because you deliver people value they're looking for, right? So that's step number 1. And of course, there's a lot of things, a lot of numbers we can cover here. And like I can stay on this page and explain you how to dive deeper for like hours. But let's go to Smart Scout and to share a voice that I was promising you that we will dive in. And while I'm logging in here, I'll come back to the main Amazon page and we'll take a look at the sales. Hold on, why is the revenue so small? Let's go, let's sort it out. So we can have in the winter time when the sales are the worst, with only 400 reviews, someone is selling 30,000. With 173 reviews, someone is selling 15,000. With 343 reviews, someone is selling 11,000, which means you can do a way better product. Like for example, this one, it's actually appealing better. And this product really proves us that we don't have to have a high amount of reviews to sell something good. And then you can explore why no one is buying these products, what are they doing why they're doing pretty bad, and how you can do better. So it's actually super cool because only 5 products are performing good enough. Only 5. And the product that is making the majority of the revenue and most of the money on Amazon is the most expensive one, which means you definitely can do better. And that's someone from New Zealand, which means it's not the Chinese seller, right? So we already have an opportunity to do a little bit better than the guy that launched in Data Dive. Why you're not showing me the launch day? But we can go on Amazon, check it out. Definitely more than 2 years ago. So we have an opportunity to do better. Now, coming to Smart Scout. So one thing I wanted to show you before I will go into the share of voice is Smart Scout, and I was posting in my WhatsApp chat about it recently, released a very cool feature. So for example, you don't know where to go because they recently changed their interface. You can ask, looking to find a new product. So now you're doing the analysis. Now, not you're doing that. Smart Scout is analyzing what you want and will structure your workflow based on the things you want to do inside of the platform. And then you will have step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. So it's like identify a profitable niche, go to subcategories, then analyze leading brands, open brands, then find specific product gaps, open products, validate historical performance, open product history. And again, that's another webinar that I could probably do and walk you through the process. But right now we'll go to share of voice. I just need quickly find in which thing it is right now. Come on, come on, come on, because I definitely have access to that. Okay, SOV. Share of voice, come on. Come on, brand, sellers, subcategories. Right here. So the primary keyword is garden apron, right? So come in here, and that's something you guys really have access to. And I understand sometimes you don't understand how cool the gift you have right now, but you do. Please take an advantage of using Share of Voice. It's free for you for 14 days. Typically, it's only in the enterprise version like mine, and it's $2,500 a month. So you will not, unless you would want to pay $2,500 in the future, you will not get access to that. But this is where we're at. So Share of Voice is giving us the insights that here are the brands, and inside of these brands, they have products that are taking 9.8% of the total revenue and total sales on the market in this gardening apron thingy, right? So 9.8% some grandpa sweater, US based, then 6.5% Tintabo, Chinese. And then another one, Grace in August, that's the one we saw, if only 5.6% from New Zealand. So, and this is where you have to build a math for your and a ratio for yourself. If Grace in August is selling at the higher amount from New Zealand, and they're making higher percent of the revenue and profits, and they're taking only 5.6%, then you have to ask the question why. Because maybe because these guys are selling products at the cheaper pricing and they sell on more velocity, which shouldn't scare you off then. And then you have to analyze who is selling this product at 9.8%. Sometimes it's not about the product, sometimes it's about the other product that they are selling in the market. So this is where you're going inside of the seller and you're checking products that they are selling on Amazon first, and the margins, not margins, and the revenue they're selling at. So they have 4 aprons. They're not selling at the big amount, at the high amount. And this is where you're coming to conclusion that yes, they're not taking the majority of the revenue of this apron and the highest share, but they are taking the highest share across other sellers that are selling in the same subcategory, which means, would I be scared or afraid of this seller if I will launch a product? Absolutely not. I can do way better and I can sell way stronger. So you're coming back and then you're going one by one and you're looking at the sellers that are making the most. And sometimes, look, this seller is making 230,000 revenue per month, but they're taking only 2% from the gardening category, and you want to check out how are they selling, how well are they selling the aprons. And if you cannot find, for example, like in their list, the apron, you can always sort it out by title and find the product you want. So you can always do it. You can also export, and I don't think you have export option during the trial, but in a paid version, you will be able to export the products and analyze those products with ChatGPT. And in a very small bootcamp I will be launching next week, I will show you guys how to do this analytics and this analysis as well. It's very, very useful. And then you're analyzing these products, and you're able to figure out if they're selling any aprons, and if any of those aprons are actually dangerous for you if you will decide to sell the same product on Amazon. Does it make sense? Let me take a look at the chat. Oh my God, there's a lot of things going on. Need WhatsApp access. My team gave it to you guys. Okay, great. Okay, so now question, does it make sense? Everything I'm showing right now, is it something that you guys are interested? Is it something like it's too boring and too complicated, and maybe you just don't want to know about it at all? Oh yes, 100%. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, great. So moving forward, subcategories. That's what I was going to go with this again. So with products like those, I'm coming back to share of voice, and we can go to, we just visited this seller. You can always look at the average pricing of the products they are selling, and if it will be any player that is selling, for example, at like $70, $60, $80 average pricing, go into those and explore what are they selling and what is their primarily strength. So here's the interesting part. When you're clicking at the magnifying glass, you have subcategories, you have search terms. And why do you want to go into the subcategories? In subcategories, you can literally find better products to sell and resell, right? And like make these products better for yourself. And you're able to take a look in which categories and subcategories you can be diving and doing better. And the second one, you can go into the first page keywords and identify if this brand is taking the majority of the market with the specific products or across all their products in general. Because when you are going to the first page keywords, you are identifying it across all the brand's products and not just specific one. And you can do both. You can go after the first page keywords for the product, and you can do, if you're going from the brand, from the share of voice, you can identify where they sell the most. And this is where you're able to identify for yourself if this brand has a strong position or not. Because look, this brand has first page coverage in between 2 and 6% across the keywords where the only one, two, three, four, five, six, only 7 keywords are having high search volume, higher, not even high, higher search volume per month. Yeah, sometimes some software are showing per week. This one is per month. So which means it is not the most strongest seller. It means you don't have to be scared of this one, and you can always find out based on their brand report if you will have access to that one, and based on the ad spy, how much money are they actually spending on their products. And this is where, again, free trial is very, very helpful, because you're able to go into the insights of their PPC and understand if these guys are performing very well because they're spending tons of money on PPC, or maybe they have external links that are driving them traffic, which also Smart Scout is able to show you. So their ad spend is really minimal, and gardening apron is $390 a month. and comparing to their revenue, they're doing actually pretty good. So, and the last part here is promotions. So you're able to see if these guys are running huge promotions to increase their sales or they don't. And we're clearly seeing that every single month till November 2025, they've been launching certain type of the promotions. You can always go inside and check which products they've been running promotions for and what was the prime discount. But since November 2025, we're already almost in March 2026, there is no promotions, which means they probably changed the strategy or eliminated products that they didn't do well with. And like, this is where, again, you're going into the deeper analysis. We're not going to touch this one right now. The last part, you can see the marketplaces they're selling at, and if they're performing well on additional marketplaces, like in Canada, they're selling only $467, which is probably not something you're looking at. So that's what you guys are doing when you're going into share of voice. Now, let me check how are we doing with questions. Okay, I see questions are coming in, so keep dropping them in Q&A, and I will get back to them in just a second. So next week, since a lot of you guys are asking me to help, and I'm turning down 100% of people that are coming because I simply don't do done for you or consulting or anything anymore, I decided that I will do one bootcamp that will be happening on February 25, 26, 27, 12 p.m. Eastern time, every day for about 2 hours. And what I'm going to do there, I will show you ROI product engineering I'm arranging ROI product engineering bootcamp where we will build a product that pays for itself before you spend the money on inventory. So I will help you to find the product and build the product during these 3 days that you personally will be able to launch without any additional help from Ritz Momentum. So, and without paying the amount that you would be paying to Ritz Momentum if you would go with done for you services in the past. So, of course, you will have to do it yourself. However, so it's not going to be another product research class. It will be very structured, data build first process. We will be working with Amazon Product Opportunity Explorer, AI. You can use ChatGPT, Gemini, Poe. That will be primary ones. Probably Microsoft Clarity, Copilot, will do a good job as well. But ChatGPT is like very, very reliable here. Then by the end of these 3 days, you will not have random ideas. You will have a validated product direction, pre-built ROI model, a kill to launch decision based on the real numbers, margin protected launch blueprint for yourself, and it stays on your end without anyone being involved. So what will be to build together inside of the bootcamp? We will be doing we'll build your ROI calculator before product selection. So you will be based on, your selection will be based on your cost of goods, your tariffs, your PPC, your additional expenses, your investments in the product development with the supplier, right? So if you would want to get into the IP protection or something, we'll calculate those as well. So we'll be accounting on these things because we've been going through the through these factors in the beginning of the webinar when I said we have to go through the fundamentals first. The more you remind yourself about stuff you're forgetting, the better, right? Then we'll be looking at the worst case scenarios with PPC, and that will help you I will help you to export files if you will be on a trial version with Smart Scout, but Smart Scout, when you're doing Ad Spy, you're able to download the ad reports for your competitors, and you're able to build projections with ChatGPT to make sure you are not losing money when you will be launching products long term. Of course, you will be in a negative first couple of months, but then you have to become profitable. So we'll build those models as well. If the numbers don't work, we don't move forward. And that's the primary goal of being able to frame your brain and your skill how to validate the product to make sure you are not losing money during the launch. So you will be able to validate or unvalidate your product prior you are committing to that. Then we will be able to filter tons of ideas. I dropped the number 550 to 100 because typically you're like, I don't like this one, I don't like this one. So you have to go through a good amount of ideas, and you will be able to get down to 3 products as long as you will do the work during those 3 days. So using structured filtering across supply demand imbalance, ad spend visibility, review velocity, revenue distribution, and of course, potential how we can make this product better. So we will run the AI validation layer. We will use AI to extract unmet demand from reviews. We will use Voc AI for that. We will identify weak competitor positioning. We will detect margin traps. I will make you guys work during the webinars, during the workshops. So it's not going to be Isabella talking. It will be Isabella showing you how to do shit, and you're going to repeat like monkey see, monkey do. So you have to come prepared, not to like watch the movie. You have to come prepared with the tools. Everything's supposed to be pulled up. And of course, you'll get the recordings. But recordings is not the point. I really want you to master everything while I will be there with you live. So then you will engineer differentiation before manufacturing. Then again, AI will remove your ignorance, but you will have to apply your own judgment. We will kill weak products early, and you will learn the 48 hours product death test. So if product fails, conversion thresholds, margin resilience, competitive situation stress test, all this stuff will be eliminated. No emotional attachments. You will just do the math with AI, right? Again, you don't have to rely on AI. You will have to proofread AI and to make sure you're getting the numbers you want. Then we will engineer margin protection for you guys. Before the samples, before inventory, we will design cost buffers, ad spend tolerance, profit resilience under tariffs pressure, defensive pricing structure, and we will create the differentiation before the samples. So we are not going to improve products after launch. We have to make sure your products are ready for launch and for the sample as well. So we will identify customer pain clusters, build differentiation angles, pre-validate positioning, do A/B testing direction if necessary. You will enter production with conviction, not the hope, right? And then we'll build pre-built launch math. So before listing creation, you will know required daily unit sales, required ad budget, break-even timeline, cash flow runway. Typically, I was doing these webinars for 2-3 months, like not webinars, cohorts. We will knock it out in 3 days, because AI is there. So it's no more just going through like lots of numbers. You guys will learn it, and like it will be very intense 3 days where you will have to dive in, and you will be able to walk away with validated product direction, fully modeled ROI sheet for yourself, by yourself, differentiation blueprint, launch math plan, clear kill or go to clarity, right? And of course, Q&A will be always there, so you can always ask questions as we were going with the workshops. It's only $2,000 for those that are signing up after webinar. For those of you that are signing up during the webinar, I can give you the code, but you have to say I in the chat. So the code is, let me see how many I's I will get right now. And I'm giving you the code that will be only valid during the webinar. So after the webinar, you guys know I'm always increasing price, and then everyone is pissed. I signed up right after the webinar and it didn't work, and the coupon didn't work, and you increase the price, and I have it every single time. So the code is, I believe, ROI 500. I think that's the code. We just dropped the code, so you guys can click the link. February 25th, 26th, 27th, 120 minutes. I don't limit you to 120 minutes per day. It will be live on Zoom. If you will have more questions or we will not cover certain things, I will go over. Like, I don't have any problems to go over as long as you're ready to consume it. My primary goal is to make sure we're covering every single piece of things. Is it beginner friendly? Yes, if you're serious and not dumb. If you're dumb, don't come. I know dumb people will never commit that they're dumb, but really, if you will ask question where I sign up to ChatGPT or what AI is, please don't come. So I get used to work with smart sellers, smart entrepreneurs, people that can focus and understand the territory they're going into. So we'll focus on the structure, not the theory. I will not pick the product for you. We will build the framework so you can evaluate properly everything by yourself for yourself. You do need the tools. That's why you will get them for free, and you're getting right if you're signing up today with Data Dive and Smart Scout, you guys can have access for the next 7/14 days, depends which one you're signing up with, and then you will get 50% off for each one, and we will talk about it later as well. Then if your question, again, I put a couple FAQs here. So if is it about high ticket or low ticket? It really works for both because it will be based on your budget, and I want you to launch the product that you're able to afford to launch. So if you have like $10,000, like a client came to us 2 weeks ago, you will find a product that you'll be able to launch using only $10,000. But you have more, then of course you have better potential. So okay, this is the link. We just dropped it to the chat. Here's the address that you have to include. It's not for me to have your address on file. It's because on the next step, you guys have opportunity to sign up with Klarna or Afterpay. Both of those are allowing you to pay over time. So if you don't want to pay cash, if you don't want to assume responsibility for your credit card, or if you don't want to, you won't have more money for your lunch, that will allow you to pay, I think, something like $75 a month over 2 years, and that will not affect your budget at all. So you can do that too. Now I am going into the questions. Who already signed up? Say in the chat. Okay, so first, is there a way to analyze multiple ASINs and profit and Smart Scout? I don't really understand what you mean under analyzing multiple ASINs and profit and Smart Scout. So one of the probably answers I can give you is, for example, if we're going on the page of the listing, I see Mohammed signed up, Mike signed up, Veronica signed up. So for example, if you're going on a page, so we have $39 here, right? And Smart Scout lets you pull on the right side this like small calculator. And the default of the calculator that your profit will be $8.45 before you spend a dime on PPC. But you have to pay attention to these numbers, because for some reason it says $19.95 will be your unit cost. Given my experience with Amazon and with building products, your average will be here probably, I would say, $8. And landing cost, I will put unit prep cost, let's put $1. Shipping cost to United States, another $1. Other costs, let's put $2, right? So now you're looking at $16.40 profit. Let's say we are selling our product at $49 because we decided to make it, I don't know, we will improve something, we'll make it cooler, we'll make it better, we will do something else, we'll put the newborn healthy Jesus there, and our product will cost us $9, right? So, and now we can be at profit $23 before we spent a dime on PPC and marketing. So we're going into margin category, margin territory, $47. And you'll say, well, Isabel, you're crazy because $49, probably no one is selling at this price. How are we going after that, right? It's unreasonable, it's not possible, yada, yada, yada. But we can always test pricing. And there are plenty of approaches how we can test the pricing, and we can guarantee ourselves that will be able to sell this specific product at the higher margin, at the higher market value than other competitors, and being able to sell. And if you compare this guy, they're selling at $39, being a bestseller, where everyone is selling 24. So they're already selling 50% more expensive than everyone else, which means if you will sell 50% more expensive than this guy, it doesn't mean you will not be able to sell. You might sell lower amount of units, but you still have an opportunity to sell at the same or higher amount of revenue, as long as you develop this product the way your customers wants to see this product. Okay, coming back to more questions. I hope I answered it. Isabella, does the bootcamp focus on launching products on niches that already exist, or to penetrate them, or creating a whole new niche with very new, highly differentiation products, or both? We can do both, because we will be framing your framework to your specific need, right? So we will start with creating prompt and tightening the prompt around your needs. So if you remember when you've been at, I believe, my cohort a year ago, almost a year ago, you've been live and we've been framing your approach, how to find the product specifically for yourself. But just in this case, it will be more layered, more complicated, and more thorough to your specific needs and the budget and what you're looking for. So it can be the answer, it can be both. So the same way, can I check multiple ASINs? You can check several ASINs, I would say, by going, if you're, I think you're looking more like wholesale margins, right? But you can go from like ASIN to ASIN to ASIN, they will just not be side by side. That's, I think, what are you asking for, right? Now, how to use the code. So you are filling out the form first you're filling out the form first. So let me just go. Isabella, let's go Bella Return. It will probably kick me out because I am part of my system. And then street address, let me put my office. It just, if you will put your office, then it will not identify you as a person. And in this case, in this case, Klarna will not work. So Orlando, that will be United States. United States. Florida, zip code 32801, I think. So I'm going to the next step. Yeah, it's first and last name, sorry. God damn it. Move, zoom, move. Isabella Ritz. So now I'm going to the second step. Oh, let me go through. So now I'm having here 1999, and I can add the coupon code in. Oh, that's interesting. Where is the coupon code? Let me go to the card payment. Hold on, let me stop sharing because I need to do the card payment here first. Okay. I need to do the code from done. Tim, can you please give the guidance where to include the coupon code while I'm testing this thing? Because I personally also don't see the coupon code. 42741. Yeah, it doesn't let me add the coupon code. That's weird. Come back. But somehow people paid just now. Tim, can you drop in the chat how we can pay with that? Eddie wants to make a code to do the call with Isabella. Well, call with Isabella costs $1,000 an hour. If you're open to sign up for my consulting, it's three consulting hours minimum, and I will be fully yours for. That's weird. Somehow people were able to pay. Who else is struggling that cannot add the coupon code? Can you guys drop in the chat? That's bullshit. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Those of you that were able to pay with the coupon code, that's great. Those of you that did not pay with the coupon code and you were not able to do that, I'm not able to add the coupon code. I'm not able. Okay, I have 5 people that can't add the coupon code. Stay here with me. Wait for a second. Are you planning to use Klarna or not? Because I think that if I will disable Klarna right now, you will be able to use a code, but I'm not sure. Stay here for a second. I'll come back to you guys in a minute. I just need to make a call to my team. Second. We fixed it. You guys are able to do it right now. Don't have access to the link. Juan, try it now. And Juan, here is the link. My team is dropping it again. Let's check it out. And the coupon code is ROI 500. So now let me see how many of you are able to get in on top of these first 4 people. Okay. Oh, you guys paid full pricing. Well, thank you for that. I guess so. Well, I'm glad we have people that are taking action without coupon codes. Does everyone have a link right now? But see, here's the thing. If I will tell you it's 19.99, you're like, oh, I have to think about it. But then I'm telling you it's 19.99 and you're getting 500 off during the webinar. You're like, oh, give me the code because I'm definitely on it because I understand if Isabella will close the room, then there will be no chance for to sign up with the code. Okay, so did it work? Let me know in the chat if it's working or not working for you guys. Okay, great. Now, next question. Worked things. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so the way we're gonna work next week. So after you guys are paying, you will get an email. So make sure you're signing up for the actual masterclass. The link is inside of the after purchase email where you're joining the webinar, everything is standard. And then I will bring people one by one into the live, right? So we will be going through the workshop all together and we will be working on your specific needs. So if Ray, for example, saying, Isabella, I'm having unlimited funds, as he always says, I want to work on a product that will make me X amount of revenue, right? So then we will frame his prompts to his specific need, to his specific approach with all risk mitigated questions. All these questions I will prepare and pre-frame for you, so that will be easier on your part, so you don't have to work on it on your end, so you don't have to come up with complicated questions. Yeah, Ray, I see you you signed up. And I will prepare for you and preset for you certain frameworks, so that will be easier. And then we will be going through the validation with the tools, because we can't be without data and rely just on AI. And then after that, after we validated ideas, we will be able to move forward to the development. After we'll move to the development and we'll develop certain products the way we want those products to see in the sample version, we will test these products and versions against each other using AI first. And then if you want to be confident that this product actually works and people will be buying it, we can test this product with pick 4 product opinion. It's really up to you. You can use any of these approaches. And then after you do that, we will make a final decision if it makes sense to sell this product at the certain price bracket. And if it does, this is where we're entering the territory of I'm going to work with the suppliers. And this is where I'm leaving you guys one-on-one with the suppliers. I can share with you contact information of the agents that you can work with, but God bless your heart. You will have to have a lot of patience to work with them. However, it's a part of the business, so you have to work with suppliers anyway. So where is the link? The link is in the chat. We'll duplicate this link again for you guys. So let me share for those of you that missed. So you are going to input your name, email, phone number, street name, city name, country, click and agree into terms of services. If you don't know our terms of services, please click here, read them. And then on the second page, you'll be able to enter the coupon code. When you enter the coupon code, that will give you the full discount. Isabella, since I paid the full price, what should I do with the $500? Well, you have two options. Number one, you can just tip me and I will be happy. And the second one, I can give you 30 minutes consulting after the webinar, one-on-one, based on your specific problems, needs, and we can just credit it. So it's really up to you. So just utilize the way you want to, you will feel best. But great job on taking the action first. Again, 25th, 26th, 27, working on launching the product with the risk mitigation with a guaranteed ROI, because that's what is actually making businesses poor and making people quit and holding everyone back from entering the market and continue growing into the market. I see another person just signed up. Mike, also welcome. And here's another question. What am I doing after the workshop? So after the workshop will be over, you guys are free to follow the blueprint that we can share if you would want to. We have plenty of additional materials that you can always request, and I'm nice enough to give you like some limited free access for a week. So if you're like, I need to learn how to do the listings, I need to learn how to launch the product, I can give you access to certain cohorts for like a week. So you will be able to commit and watch them, and then we will close those trials. If you require certain additional consulting, then we're always open to help you out. But generally speaking, if you believe that you're capable to do things by yourself, then that's the primary blueprint you're getting, is guaranteed to launch product with the ROI guaranteed to your product. So the primary goal of the bootcamp is to find the product that will have margins and profits and will not make you poor, or at least will make you break even in a 3-4 months after launch, if it does make sense. Well, I think on this we are finalizing the webinar, And can we duplicate the link again? And I don't see we have any more questions. The coupon code will expire in an hour after the webinar. And then it will be back to $19.99. And this is where you guys will not be able to sign up with the coupon code. That's it for today. I hope it's been useful and I hope you guys get the value out of it. And I'll see you on the 25th.